Good morning, students. Happy Tuesday. It's going to be kind of a dark and dreary day today, maybe a little bit of rain and thunderstorms, but I've got just the project for you to work on to keep you busy and having a lot of fun. So yesterday we reviewed dot plot diagrams. Today we're going to be working on stem and leaf plot diagrams. Now if you remember, this is the way to show data by breaking apart the tens and breaking apart the ones. So I've decided that we could do a stem and leaf plot on ages of our friends. So I have asked a few friends to talk about their family's ages. The first video I want you to watch is of Chloe. Take a look.
Friends, this is the Derek's. This is Chad, this is Allie, this is Hunter, and this is me. And that's I'm 12 years old. I'm 5 years old. And Hunter is 4 and Hannah is 2. I'm 10.
Well, thank you, Chloe, for sharing all your siblings with us. I want to take my journal out again and I want to write down the data so I'll know what to put on my stem and leaf chart. So we have a 2-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 10-year-old, and 12-year-old. So those are the first 5 numbers of my data. Now I want you to take a look at Shaylee's video.
Hi, Miss Sprayberry. I'm with my family outside right now. We have some information for you for your dot plot. My dad is 46 years old. My brother is 6 years old. My sister is 8 years old. And my mom is 42 years old. And I am 10 years old. Have a great day.
Thank you, Shaylee. We have some more new data to put on there. Let's see, we have 6 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old, 42 years old, and 46 years old. Now, I had to go next door and visit my neighbor for this next one. Mr. Hathcock let me in so that I could add some new data to the chart. Take a look.
Quiet, dog. Well, hey, Mrs. Sprayberry, how are you doing?
Mr. Hathcock, I'm great.
Come on in.
I was wondering if you would help me out today on a stem and leaf plot that we're going to make.
Well, sure.
Well, I was wondering if you could just tell me the ages of your family. Are they around?
They are. What? Come on inside.
Oh, hey, guys.
This is my family. It looks like they're working on a puzzle, and we have a barking dog over here. What do you think of that barking dog?
I love it. How old's the dog?
11, I think. How old are you, dog?
11 years old. Well, we'll definitely put that in the chart. That's a good one.
And then here's our youngest daughter, and she comes in at 16 years old.
Ooh, good age.
Our second daughter, she comes in at 20 years old.
Whew.
I feel old. And here is our oldest daughter, and she comes in at 22 years old. And then my wife, and she comes in, I'm going to let her tell you. 54 years old.
54.
She doesn't look it, does she?
No. 48, 45.
Well, okay, something like that. 45. I may have got the numbers backwards. Okay. Anyway, how else can I help you?
And what's your age? Are you going to tell us?
I'll tell you my age too.
All right.
But don't laugh.
We won't. We will not laugh.
53 years old.
53.
53, yes.
So, that is a lot of good data that we just got. So that'll be 6 more numbers we need to plot on our chart.
That's
Thank
like
you,
over
Mr.
100
Hancock.
and it's like over 150 years
Well, it
altogether.
sure would be if we added them up.
Okay, you're most welcome. Please Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. And I do want to compliment you on your yard.
Well,
looks
thank
really
you.
good.
We've worked hard.
I can tell.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hadcock, for including all your family and the dog. So, we need to put down 16, 20, 22, 11 for the dog, 54, and if you noticed, he put 54 fingers but said 53. He was trying to trick us on his age. But we've got that right on the paper. All right, the last one today is a special guest. Miss Taylor and her family decided they'd help us out with our stem and leaf plot. Take a look.
Hello, students. It's Miss Taylor here. I'm missing all of you, but you know what? Miss Sprayberry told me that you all were working on stem and leaf plots and you needed some data of people's ages. Well, I would love to introduce my family to you, but first of all, you need to know my age. My age is 45. Now we're going to go upstairs and we're going to get the ages of my boys. First of all, we will get the age of Drew. Hi, Drew. Miss Sprayberry's math class is doing stem and leaf plots, and they need to know your age. So would you tell them what your age is? 20. Drew is 20, so I'm 45. Drew is 20. Now let's go see what Braden's doing. Hi, Braden. Miss Sprayberry's math class is doing stem and leaf plots, and they need to know your age. Tell the fourth graders how old you are.
Is it like live or it's live?
They need
15.
to. Braden is 15. He was surprised at the video, apparently. All right, now let's go find Mr. Taylor so that we can get his age. Okay, let's see what he is doing. Mr. Taylor, where could he be? Let's see. He might be out here working on something. There he is. He is out in his shop working on an airplane. Mr. Taylor, the fourth graders are working on stem and leaf plots, and they need some data. They need to know your age. Tell them how old you are.
50.
So Mr. Taylor is 50. So that's 45, 20, 15, and 50. I am so glad that I got to do this video for you guys. I miss you so much. Hope to be able to see you soon. Bye.
Wow, Miss Taylor's boys seemed really surprised when she came into their rooms. Thank you, Miss Taylor, for that video. Well, you sure are a lot older than me, too. Well, let's take a look at putting our data onto the stem and leaf plot. So on Miss Taylor's, we have 15, 20, 45, and 50. So I've got to take a look. Remember, I break apart my tens and break apart my ones. So for my stems, I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop. Okay, we're going to put this as my stem. And here are my leaves. So I want to look at which numbers go from 0 to 9. So I have a 2, 4, 5, 6, and an 8. Now I get to my tens. The neat thing is I have 2 friends that are 10. I have a 12 and, ooh, we forgot the dog. We have an 11, a 12, and a 16. Let's check those off and let's see what we've got now. Oh, and remember, if you forget one, just erase. We have Brayden, who was 15. So we squeeze that in. Let's take a look at the ones in their 20s. We have a 20 and we have a 22. Now we don't have any friends in our 30s, so we will leave that one blank. Remember, we don't put zeros because that would represent a 30. Looking at my 40s, I have a 42 and I have a 45 and a 46. Next I go to 50s and I have 150 and I have 2 54s. Now remember, the more data that you collect, the more careful you have to be about going through every single number. So I'm going to look at my paper and I can tell that I've checked all of them off but one. I left off a 20. So as you're going back, make sure you do the check-off method. So what I can do, remember, you can just erase and squeeze it in because you want to list your numbers in order from least to greatest. Now, if you can tell, there's one thing still missing on my stem and leaf diagram, and it's the key. So at the bottom, I want to write my key, and remember, you can pick any number that you like. I might say, let's see, 2/2 represents 22. Now, after you make your key, then you can start asking some of those good questions that I like, those upper level thinking questions. You may want to start easy. You may want to say, how many of my friends are over the age of 40? So you might say, well, I don't have 40. That doesn't matter because we weren't going to count the 40 anyway. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 friends that are over the age of 40. Next, I might move it up a little bit and I might say, how many of my friends are less than 19 years old? Now remember, I don't have to have a 19 to ask that question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 friends that are under the age of 19. Now you may want to step it up another notch and say, how many more of my friends are over the age of 10 but less than 22? So over the age of 10, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I said less than the age of 22. So that would be 6. And then remember my word between. If you really want to go a lot harder, you might say, how many of my friends are between the ages of 20 and 54? Now remember, you wouldn't count the 20, you wouldn't count the 54. So my friends with the ages between 20 and 54 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So today I want you to have a lot of fun making stem and leaf plots. Since it's going to be rainy, I want you to put the data about your own family. Maybe call your grandparents, some cousins, some friends. Gather up your data and then make your stem and leaf plot, and then I want you to write down some questions for me. So I hope you have fun with this lesson. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.